What's going on, everybody? We're back, Smokey, with another episode of the Trash Talkers podcast.
We made it.
We made it, folks.
Yeah.
Trash Talkers, thank you so much for all the positive response and all the comments that you guys have sent us in our past two previous episodes. Greatly appreciate it, but Smoke Dog, we got one today.
What we got?
All right. Most hated bands.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But now this is coming from a collection of what we've seen in some of the comments where some people are like, hey, you know, that band's not really cool. But there's also a website, and I'm gonna give credit to the website. It's Odyssey or Audacity? Odyssey.com, and this the most hated bands according to Science. So we'll start at the very last one. So we'll make the one up front, or the last one we say, according to this website, is the most hated band.
Yeah, and since there's 21 on this list, we probably just give a little short explanation or our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And run through this list.
I mean, you know what's crazy to me, though?
Linkin Park.
How is Linkin Park number 21 on the most...
Did they give an explanation of that?
They did not.
It's just their science. I guess they use some kind of algorithm to figure these out.
I guess so. Maybe.
Linkin Park,
That's
though.
crazy.
Why would you put Linkin?
The live performance. What was that we did? One More Light that he did. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was after Chris Cornell's death, was it?
It was a tribute, I think it was. But no, I mean, I can get... Okay, I have heard some trash talkers say this, Smokey. I have heard, you know, some people refer to them as, you know, every song sounding...
Yeah, and that's probably... I mean, of course, one of the biggest bands, you know, definitely of the nu metal era. Maybe you could put them in a top 25 of metal bands of all time.
Right.
You think?
I mean, this one being top 21 hated, though. Like...
maybe.
And I will say this is the very last one.
A lot of bands probably got too big.
Right.
You know, and they see them as stepping over into the pop realm, so then the purists don't like them anymore, basically.
And you're right. Linkin Park is a band that was played religiously.
And they stepped outside of their genre.
Doing hip-hop.
But then again, it's new metal.
Man, Trash Talkers, let us know if y'all think Linkin Park
Yeah, definitely.
deserves...
Give us your ideas on any of these artists.
We'd like to hear it. Because if someone said, hey, your top 20 hated bands, you wouldn't put Linkin Park on there.
No, not at all.
And it's hard for us to say we hate any kind of...
Yeah, because we see the artistry and everything.
Everything.
And plus, we're stepping into this. We started Rappers React. We wanted to get outside of our genre. So we're technically still kind of new to metal and rock.
I would say we're in our infant stage.
Exactly, yeah.
So next on this list, okay, Trash Talkers. I don't know who this is. Smokey, do you?
Now this band was big in the early '90s, and they fell into a category that a lot of people call college rock. For you, that's what I said now. Yeah,
okay,
that's Spin Doctors. Yeah. So maybe they would be on this list because they just weren't heavy enough. They were a little too soft for the metal and rock fans.
Maybe,
or maybe college rock just brings a certain amount of cringe to people just because of what it is. It's college rock. Yeah.
I mean, it's and if that's the name that they gave it to it, it's focused on one demographic, which would be college. Like, hey, what if I'm 47 and, you know, living my best life? 19.
It's Nirvana. Well, we've actually discussed this on the show several times at this point. I think a lot of people saw that they were at the forefront of the grunge movement, obviously. They were, during their time on top, almost if not, you know, right there within the top 2 or 3 bands on earth at that time. You know, that, and I think that's what it is. Like I said, what did I say? Complacency breeds contempt, or familiarity breeds contempt, or whatever I said at the time. I think when an artist just gets overplayed, the original people who were onto that artist, who loved that artist, eventually start to take a step back and like, you know, I really don't like it if everybody likes it. Like, I liked it when it was my thing.
But now that it's everyone's thing.
But now that it's everybody's things, I just don't like it anymore, you know?
Yeah, but this being number 19, man. Oh, you know, all right. Yeah, it was our previous Nirvana reaction.
Yeah, I think we might have discussed it on there also.
Well, looking at the comments from the Trash Talkers in that video, a lot of people said, y'all, I know Nirvana's a great band, but a lot of Trash Talkers say Nirvana's overrated.
Well, yeah, that's one of them, man. I think that turned on people who were outside of the genre onto it because they're like, this is good music no matter what genre you're a fan of.
Right, 100%.
And maybe that's why they really want pure grunge, you know? They don't want something that's appealing to everyone. They want something that appeals to just their
audience, basically. Yeah. And, you know, going through this list, so even though Nirvana's being number 19, there are some names on this list that are just, you're going to be like, how, dude? How is this one of the most hated bands? And the next one, number 18, Smokey. This one really touches me because
yeah. Because every time we watch this band, we're like, this is some of the most amazing music that's ever been recorded.
It's Rush.
Rush
is number 18. Our era. You know, me and Smokey didn't grow up at the height of Rush. You know, we had to learn. Parker said, hey, you think this guy's good. Wait till you see this guy.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm watching.
And maybe that's it, though. Maybe it's the progressive nature of the music. And sometimes, you know, like we were saying with Nirvana, sometimes it works the opposite direction.
Right.
When someone is into prog music, there's this certain fan base that really gets into the prog music, and they are extremely dedicated to it. And then the people outside of that is like, well, I don't really get the polyrhythms and all this. You know? It turns them off because they see how hardcore these people are, and they're like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think you have to be? I mean,
well,
you don't want it. You don't want your music just handed to you. You want to be
at
like,
least musically. Yeah,
you would think so.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think it's a different stage than, you know, people who would listen to Top 40 radio for sure.
Right. And again, man, I love Rush, dude. I think our reaction that we did to 2112, I think that's one of our greatest reactions.
Numbers are what they are, but to us we hold that a reaction near and dear. Yes.
Yeah. So with them being number 18, sorry about that, man. But number 17, back to grunge, Smokey.
Yeah, back to grunge, and maybe this falls in line. It's Pearl Jam. And Pearl Jam was probably the second biggest artist out of that grunge era.
Dude, Pearl Jam is number 17 on the most hated bands. How? Just listen to this sentence I just said. Number 17 on the most hated bands, according to science, and this website, Odyssey.com, is Pearl Jam. You'd be like...
Do you know, one of the comments on our last Pearl Jam video, it said, I'm just paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact way he said it. But he said something about, I don't get it. Pearl Jam is just a slightly heavier version of the Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, God.
And if you are the one that said that, I don't remember right offhand, but chime in and let us know more about that.
Exactly. Moving on down this list, man. Number 16. Now, I can kind of see it's Oasis.
Yeah.
Oasis is number 16 on the most hated list, according to Odyssey.com. And do you know anything about Oasis? I know
very little, but
see, I like that. I mean, I know we've done some reactions, but they've got this song, all of the stars have faded away. Just try not to worry. They'll love you someday. But yeah, I like that song, and that's all I know other than the Trash Talkers, you know.
The Wonderwall song, right? Wasn't that them? And after all, you're my Wonderwall.
I think so.
Okay, so the way there were in the 90s, right? In the late 90s, I believe it was, there was this new wave of British invasion. You know, you had the original with the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and whatever, and it goes on down the line. So they were selling this as the new British invasion, you know, were thrown in there.
Okay.
But that's what the media sold this as, is like, okay, there's a whole new wave of British artists who have just blown up in America.
Right.
And they've hit the radio charts, you know, all over in multiple genres, you know. But,
I mean,
I think there may be something, and I would have to do some research on this, but I think there may be something about the lead singer. I think it's Noel No,
I think you're right. God dang your memory.
I think he may have rubbed some people the wrong way.
Again, Trash Talkers, number 16 on the most hated bands list is Oasis, and let us know if Noel did something that was incorrect. All right, moving on down, Smoke. Number 15. Who is number 15 on the most hated list, dude?
It happens to be Korn, and I don't understand this. Like,
okay,
maybe if you're just not into nu metal.
All right, so let me speak on this for a second.
Okay.
Growing up, you know, when Korn first hit, I might have been 8th, 9th grade when they were like blowing up,
Yeah,
right?
and everybody was wearing the Korn shirts.
The Jinkos, I was gonna say jagged jeans, the baggy jeans. You know, my own beats, my own records. I'm passing them out, which is I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
And then when I see all my, you know, fans or friends at school that enjoyed my music, and it's like, man, your stuff's great, but check this guy out, and I'm like, dude.
Just scatting.
Yeah, and everybody, I mean, it kind of has a personal thing for me because, you know, being 8th, 9th grade, and this was before I got with y'all, but I mean, that's why Billy brought me to y'all, because I was passing albums out, and everyone would be like, nah, bro, check, and I'm like, why are y'all equating, you know, why, you know what I mean? Like, how is that even the same thing? But that's my thing.
I think it was rock people or metal people. You know, some people take offense to being called rock people, but
rock people.
But I think
people, metalheads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it was that demographic who said, hey, we like something too that is kind of hip-hop, so if you're into hip-hop, you must enjoy this also,
and
right?
You know what? Maybe because I was, look, when you're an artist, you're serious about your shit.
Yeah, I didn't, you know, when I saw kids wearing the shirts and stuff, I didn't really realize it then either, but I thought some of their music was cool. But when we started doing this and I started really listening to Korn, I was like, these guys they're great. They invented a style. Like, they didn't necessarily invent nu metal, but they invented a type of nu metal that was copied by band after band after band after that. And when they blew up on the scene, they had this totally new style that no one had heard before.
Yeah.
And they were really hardcore. But eventually the rest of the world caught on and they became megastars.
And then that goes back to what you were saying about like Linkin Park. You know?
Exactly. And once you reach a certain level of popularity, the purists are off of you at that point.
100%. And I've said this, you know, forever. When you come out the gate, and I don't know, maybe Korn didn't come to the world. And like I always use Ice Ice Baby. Vanilla Ice, you didn't know what Vanilla Ice's single was before that, but you knew him from Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, of course.
And you put out his second song, and it'll never top that. So I don't know. That could possibly.
Lots of metal fans,
right?
But then by their second and third album, you know, they were on TRL.
Yeah.
And just
world tours at the time.
Yes, exactly.
Man, this is Korn being Trash Talkers. If y'all can give us information as to why Korn is number 15 on the most hated list according to Audacity, leave in the comments. But this next one, dog. Okay, this is number 14 and it's Metallica.
I do not understand this at all.
No, how?
Like, I could give you an explanation for probably.
Okay.
I don't understand. Like, okay, maybe it's Lars. Maybe it's Lars. Maybe.
Well, you just found something right there, Smokey.
So. Maybe that's it.
You just found something. Maybe. I think that's the only thing you could say, right?
Other than them, they are also a band that, you know, that's one of the biggest bands of all time in rock and metal.
Dude, it still blows my mind that Rush was number 18. That hurts my soul. And seeing that Metallica is number 14.
I could understand Rush more than Metallica.
100%, yes.
But maybe it's the Napster thing. Maybe it's Lars.
Oh, now you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Now you're getting somewhere. So with the okay, they
exactly how it played out. But I know Lars was at the forefront of speaking out against Napster.
About that now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how do you feel about that
Because now, you know, we got YouTube.
Yeah.
Every song anyone's ever made is on YouTube.
Damn
near.
You
can watch it for free.
There's this one on YouTube. Y'all, if you have a link to that song, Branson, 1,000 years, please in the comments. But
I don't even know that one.
It's under deep, like Elliott Smith, deep undercut.
But see, even for a while, Prince wasn't on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Tool was taken off of YouTube at one time.
Yes, you're right.
But now almost everything is on YouTube these days, and of course, YouTube has a way of monetizing it using ads. And the artists do get paid, so they're cool with it these days.
Right.
But still, fans can listen to music for free.
Yeah.
By watching ads.
Or you could download YouTube Premium and get 30 days free with it.
There you go.
All right, that was number 14. Blows my mind that Metallica's on the most hated bands.
Yeah.
Number 14. Smoke Dog. Number 13.
The Doors.
I don't know much about the Doors.
I know a little. Jim Morrison was the lead singer.
I do know something about the Doors now.
Well, maybe he rubbed some people the wrong way because he definitely had an attitude. He was living the rock star life, and of course he had a very short life. Can't remember. He was in his 20s, I think it was, when he died. He had just recorded the song Riders on the Storm, as a matter of fact, and I think he went back to his hotel and ended up dead in the next few days or whatever. But yeah, he was one of those guys. He had a big rock star personality, and there's stories out there, and I'm not saying I know this for a fact or anything, but there's stories about how he treated women and things like that. And like I said, he just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So maybe that's the reason he's on the list.
Yeah, like it was for Metallica. Like Lars just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can't speak too much on that, but the Doors is number 13 on the most hated bands according to Odyssey.com. All right, number 12, Smoke.
This is a band I like.
I knew you were gonna say that, dude.
I like Green Day.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I like Green Day, man. I just love the music. I mean,
it's fun, happy, upbeat.
Billy Joe, I think it is. He's a wonderful singer. Of course, you could say punk sound, you know. When I come around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. That was the punk sound, though. That was the punk style of singing during that time. You know, not all the punk artists did that, of course. I'm just saying, that's the thing. I think this is the reason they're on here is because they were probably the first band to basically
break the walls down for
yes and cross over into pop punk. You know, there were other artists like Offspring and Blink-182 that did it after them, but they were the first ones to take punk music into the mainstream. So I think a lot of people had a problem with that. The purists was like, I hate that.
Yeah, you know? But is Green Day one of those bands that just came out selling millions? Like,
well, that depends on. I don't know for sure if Dookie was their first album.
How do you know this? How do you know this, bro?
Because I watch things.
No, Smokey. Some things are just like, dude, you can't.
You know, most of this stuff I've learned since we've been doing this.
You have much more room in there, bro. It's got that hard drive's got to be almost full, bro.
It's getting there because I don't even remember my childhood anymore.
Oh Lord.
Once you pack stuff in there, you start pushing the old stuff out,
deleting the old files.
Yeah, and you know, I got every skill position player in the NFL in there.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're both like that in certain ways.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is with Green Day.
Okay, so that's why Green Day is number 12 on the most hated bands list.
Yes.
Okay, number 11, Smoke Dog. It's Coldplay. And Trash Talkers, I want to know what y'all think about this because I've heard that Coldplay has like a die-hard following.
Oh, they do stadiums.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
No, wait, it's that song, doom, 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 dang it. Here, I'll Google it.
Yeah.
While you finish, say what you're
like. I don't know much of their music. I really don't know a lot about them. But I do know it's the Falcons,
dude,
right? No. 16 what? Well, that was the Broncos and the Panthers.
You might be right.
Because that was in 2016. And the 2016 season, the Falcons, played, but that was in 2017.
Right.
Against the Patriots.
But, so back to Cole. Megastar.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars was there. Yes, I get it. Don't leave any comments. If you know, you know. But he was there. And Coldplay. It's like they must be...
I just unplugged myself.
You just unplugged yourself.
Where'd I go?
I got you.
But yeah, that's the only thing I know because I don't know much about the band itself.
No.
But I assume it's because they are so massive that the purists just turned off of them.
Possibly. I can't speak on that intelligently
Me either.
enough. So Coldplay's number 11 on the most hated bands according to this website. Number 10 is a band you brought up earlier.
Yeah, Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, dang, I'm thinking of one.
Yeah, that's it. No.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like
they had a song called "Tripping Billy." They had
Dang it!
Oh, Jesus! Like I can hear the melodies in my head, but I can't think of the name. Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
Bring up some of their songs. Bring up some of their songs. No,
Hold on.
They were big in the '90s. I know that.
You got yeah. This.
And they did a lot of acoustic work and things like that. They were on the softer side of rock, you know.
Crash Into Me.
Satellite.
Yeah, I remember
that. Yeah.
Ants Marching. See, this is a band, and again, I can't speak on it enough as to why that they're on the most hated bands list.
No, look this up. Did not their lead singer come out as gay like a long time before it was popular?
Really?
Or am I mistaking them for a different band?
I didn't know if there was ever a time where it was popular to.
Well, nowadays you can come out and sell more albums.
Oh, for the music industry, yeah. I got you.
Yeah, but back in, I mean, definitely there was a certain time period where it would hurt your sales to come out as gay.
Right. Yes. So, is the lead singer's name really Dave Matthews?
Is it?
No. Okay. No.
What is the lead singer's name?
I want to.
They seem to me like a kind of like a REM type band.
Oh, dude, I love REM.
Yeah.
Man, REM better not be on this list. It doesn't. Dude, they're from Johannesburg, Africa.
South Africa, yeah. Right.
Wow. Dave Matthews does lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and acoustic.
Dave Matthews.
Oh, it's the Dave.
Did he come out as gay? That's what I'm
didn't see
wondering.
anything about that. I've
okay. Maybe I'm mistaking him for someone else then.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, okay.
But yeah, other than maybe it's just too soft for people.
Yeah, I mean, again, man, you can say what you want. You can make your top 21 most hated bands of all time, but again, it's music. It's subjective. You know, me and Smokey are huge fans of Rush. Yeah. I love Nirvana. I love Pearl Jam.
We could probably find some Dave Matthews bands that we love.
Heck yeah, dude.
Dave Matthews Band songs.
Oh my God, Dave Matthews being number 10, bro, number 9. I kind of can see it.
Yeah,
I can kind of see
Absolutely. it. Absolutely. I mean, I can find music of theirs that I would love, I'm sure. I mean, I only know a handful of songs.
We're talking about Kiss, number 9.
Yes, absolutely.
How is Kiss on number 9 on this list?
Here would be my explanation. Okay, I've said this before on the show. Kiss had a look, and they looked terrifying, right? They looked like they were going to come out and do the most brutal death metal you ever heard, right? Mm-hmm. But then they just came out and did this like jam rock stuff,
okay.
You know, that was radio friendly. You know, I wanna rock and roll all night.
It's like, wait a minute, I was expecting you to come out.
Exactly. Yeah, they look like what's the band? Not Mastodon.
Cannibal Corpse, Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah, there was a band I remember we covered them, and I was like, wow, they look like Kiss. But they actually do like the really dark.
Damn, I know what you're talking about. But that's a good breakdown as to why they could be on one of the most hated or number 9 on this list.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. It's just they have a look that their music doesn't equate to. You know, it doesn't really pan out. The visuals don't go with the music.
It's like the saying, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because people judged a book by looking at them, and once they read the book, they found out the book was
they're like, wow, this is more like radio music.
Yes. Yeah. But again, iconic band.
Hey, and that's their gimmick, and you know, like they sold millions.
Yeah.
They sold. People were into it, regardless of what the purists think. A lot of people listen to them.
Dude, most hated bands according to science. Somebody break that down, please. If somebody could leave that. Like, I don't get what the science part is. And maybe we should look that up.
I'm sure they just calculated some numbers or something. Yeah.
Number 8, man.
Yeah, I don't. Man. I mean, this is not a band that I know lots about. You know, I know the songs that we've covered.
I love Radiohead, dude.
Yeah, they're great as far as I know. You know, that OK Computer album was great.
Fire. Mayonnaise is fire.
No,
dude.
That's Smashing Pumpkins.
Sorry.
Which is a very similar band in a way.
Dude, I swear Smashing Pumpkins on this, dude. Wait, but see, now that's what I would say. Damn it, what song am I thinking about by Radio? Like Creep.
Yeah, Creep.
You know,
that's one of the biggest songs ever.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I equate some of these bands with like personal times in my life. Like when I first started like getting into different genres of music other than hip hop, Creep was one of those songs. You know what I mean?
Probably that was the only song I knew by them before we started doing this.
Creep.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know.
That's probably the only song that most people know by them.
You knew the name of the album.
If they're not, yeah, exactly.
Come on,
because we've been doing this.
You can give me one more Radiohead song.
Well, the ones we've covered.
Yeah. Hold on. So.
But like, I'm saying I didn't know any of their songs other than Creep before doing this show.
Dude, what is the? Man, it's we did You, I think. What's crazy? I'm googling a lot of their songs, and the songs that we've covered.
I think we did some deep cuts too, because they were Patreon requests.
Yes. Again, shout out to all the Patreon members. Love you guys so much. Man, that was Radiohead at number 8 on the most hated bands according to Science. But number 7. I know something, and I think I can explain why Fish is number 7 on the most hated bands.
Okay, explain it to me then.
Okay, I think Fish was that and I could be incorrect, but I think this is what it was, is they were Christian-y, you know, kind of the Creed act. I think Fish is like a Christian band.
I thought they were a hippie band.
See, this is why they're on this album right here.
But I don't know. I've never heard their music that I know of. I couldn't name their songs. Like, bring up some hits by them.
Well,
I thought they were, touring right alongside Grateful Dead, and they had like dedicated followers that.
So they have a
song
just
like not Radiohead, just like Grateful Dead.
Right. They have a song called "Bouncing Around the Room," "You Enjoy Myself," Tweezer, Sewsbury, Greenberg, "Sample in a Jar." Maybe I'm incorrect.
I don't.
Dude, I swear I
think you're thinking of someone else.
Hold on.
You're thinking of the Fish, the radio station.
No. Oh Lord, that's what I'm thinking about.
That's a Christian radio station.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they're a hippie band though.
Okay,
but I don't know why they fall on this list. Maybe Grateful Dead followers are like, we don't like those guys. Possibly, I don't know.
Possibly. And Trash Talkers, this is what you guys can help us out with here.
Definitely.
All right, Fish was number 7 on the most hated bands. Now number 6, it's not necessarily a band, but a person.
It's an artist. Yeah,
it was
Bob Dylan, one of the most influential artists in rock music of all time. Really
influential.
Yeah,
is that the right word?
Yeah, I mean, he inspired Jimi Hendrix, for God's sake.
Would you say, all right, Bob Dylan's number 6 on the most hated bands. So going off there, all these that we've been through: Fish, Radiohead, Kiss, Dave Matthews, Coldplay, Green Day, The Doors, Rush. Do you think Bob Dylan had influence on any of these previous
Probably
bands?
A lot of those artists, yes.
I would definitely say like a Coldplay or a Pearl Jam or I can't believe
I remember I saw a documentary where Jimi Hendrix said that was his favorite artist.
Really? Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And of course, Bob Dylan falls into probably started in the 50s, I would say.
Damn. And didn't he pass like 5 years ago, I think?
I'd have to look that up. I don't remember.
Dude, what kind of music?
Well, it was just rock, yeah. I mean, that was basically what it was back then. He did a lot of softer acoustic work, things like that.
But he's number 6 on the most hated. Give me a reason why.
I can't. I don't know why people would hate Bob Dylan. I don't understand it. He worked with various artists of different genres. Like, you can find country artists that he worked with. You can find Bob Dylan artists. Like,
before doing Rapper's Rack, I thought Bob Dylan was country. I would have lumped him in the same category as Johnny Cash.
I mean, he was basically rock. I mean,
he
worked with some country artists for sure.
Is it wrong to put him to say, hey, when I think of Bob Dylan, I think of Johnny Cash? Is that wrong?
No, because they did songs together.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trash Talkers, if y'all can think of a reason as to why Bob Dylan is number 6 on the most hated bands, leave them in the comments. Number 5, whoever this band is.
I have no idea.
Mumford & Sons.
This has not come up in our show.
I know Sanford & Son.
That's the first thing you think of, Sanford & Son. Yeah. Okay, Mumford & Son. Guys, help us out. Who is Mumford & Son? I don't know why I've never heard of them.
If maybe he ain't heard of them, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's been in the comments before, but I can't place it at all.
Yeah,
give us some songs. Give us some names of their songs. Let's see. Maybe we've heard them and we just don't know the name of the band.
Dude, I think we know every name. Damn, I just typed in Mum and the first thing was... So Mumford & Sons. All right, Mumford & Sons is a British folk rock band formed in London in 2007. The band consists of Marcus Mumford, Ted, and Ben. Left the band, released studio albums, Sign No More, Babel. So they have songs called Little Lion Man, or I Will Walk, or Hopeless Wanderer. Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, this song's got... Let's just play 1 minute. No, not at all. Yeah. Doesn't ring a bell at all. No. Trash Talkers, let us know why this band is one of the most hated.
Yeah, definitely. And if we should cover some of their music, let us know.
Yeah, because we can see the artistry and everything. All right, so we're at the top 5. Mumford & Sons was number 5.
Yes.
The number 4 most hated band of all, or according to science, is U2.
U2.
Can you see a reason why? Because it's hard for me, dude.
Maybe it's that Coldplay thing. Is that this band reached such a level of superstardom that...
Wait, what's the lead singer's name?
Bono. John Bono, right? Is that not right?
Yeah, I think... Yeah. Why do I keep wanting to say Bruce Springsteen?
No,
dude?
No, that's the East Street Band or whatever.
But no, go ahead. What were you about to say?
They're one of the biggest bands of all time, as far as the audience they play to. They're one of those bands that plays stadiums, and
dude, huge
giant 500,000 fans show up to their outdoor shows.
Bono, you're right. He's an Irish singer-songwriter. Yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing. U2, I do know of U2. I'm sure I can name some songs if I say.
I mean, it's not heavy rock at all. It's kind of light, but
I think it's kind of popish. Or the songs that I know of, right?
And maybe that's part of the reason they're on this list. It's kind of popish.
Maybe because they started in a genre and then switched to another genre. So people are like, wait, like you're saying, you're purists. Like, wait a minute, bro. Your last album didn't sound nothing like this.
yeah, exactly. That happens, and that'll land you on a list like this.
Trash Talkers, if y'all want to chime in on U2 being number 4 on the most hated, that's crazy to me, dude. Number 3, I can get this, and I'm surprised this wasn't number 2.
I mean, it seems like, well, the top 3 here is probably the most thrown out names whenever you think of most hated. These are going to be the guys that almost everyone would say is their top most hated artist.
I wouldn't put this. Okay, it's Creed.
It's Creed.
All right, I actually like a few Creed songs, and Creed is a Christian band, right?
I think so. I think they had elements of it, and I know Scott Stapp. That was his name, Stapp. Scott Stapp.
I don't know, but I have an interesting
something
story.
Like that. Yeah. But yes, I think he was originally a Christian, and then
I mean the songs like I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. I've played that song for you before.
Yeah.
But
I should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head.
See, this is I would call this so
Maybe that was it. Maybe the Yarling thing had already died down at the time before Creed came along.
Right.
And he's doing it again, kind of resurrecting a style that was already played out.
Did they have that song? It was on like the first, and they say that a hero. No, I don't think that's them.
A hero comes along, or what is it?
And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
Who was that?
I know who it is, but don't say it.
Okay.
All right, but no, Creed.
I know who that is. Yeah.
I think that's who it is.
I think so.
All right, but anyway, y'all let us know, and I feel like some of the trash talkers be like, "Come on, bro, of course."
Yeah, he was.
But
like,
what's wrong with that?
Drunk in an interview.
Oh,
or
bro,
something.
let me tell you what's crazy. I talked him down from jumping off of a building about to kill himself.
Who?
T.I. The lead
Scott
singer.
Stapp.
Yes.
Wow.
T.I. taught. Here, I'll pull.
That is his name, right? Scott Stapp.
Yeah, let's Google that.
Yeah. T.I. did?
T.I. He was in Atlanta, and the dude was about to hop off. I think he was about to jump off a building or something, and we got to make.
I think his attitude. He's also one of those guys that his attitude kind of turned people off of him.
Yeah. So rapper T.I. recalls the time he saved by jumping off the balcony of his hotel room in Miami. Wow. I just admit.
Now I feel bad for him.
Well, I think why?
Because I'm like, of course, a lot of people hate this man, and a lot of people give him negativity. It's to the point where he wants to take his own life.
Damn.
Like, bro, I would if I had any advice, I'd be like, bro, you're one of the biggest artists of all time.
Ever. Yeah, and...
Like, I wouldn't mind that some people don't like me. Like, I made it. You made it, bro.
One thing that I've always been taught, or my mom always say, if you don't have a hater, then you ain't doing something right.
Exactly.
Or if y'all got haters, send them my way. But no, man, the only thing is I can just see like T.I. out there with like a whiskey with a olive on it, and he like, I shout, let me talk to you, shout, no, hey man, come on, I thought you gonna do that, shout, man, come on. Creed is on the list as the number 3 worst, most hated band.
Yeah.
Number 2, Limp.
Yep. Limp Bizkit.
The biscuit that is Limp.
And it's probably mostly Fred Durst.
I don't get this at all. Why do you say mostly Fred Durst?
Well, so nu metal took off, and then Limp Bizkit took off somewhere, a couple years after,
I don't get. Oh well, maybe. Okay, go ahead. The first meme.
Yeah, really. I mean, he was everywhere. He was on every MTV show you could think of, and
was able to live all this rock star lifestyles because he did it all for the nookie.
Yeah.
So you do it for the nookie. There you go.
Shove it up. Yeah.
See, and also I think that the type of music at that time, to me, younger Hollywood speaking, like I'm big into hip hop and I see Eminem, and it's like, well,
he was on that level of stardom, yes. I mean, of course, he wasn't the lyricist that Fox version of Eminem, and of course, there's a lot of hip hop purists that say the thing about Eminem like that,
Yeah. Man,
I don't know. I think he just became too big and became a parody of himself at some point, and people just turned away from it, or maybe he tried to go too far into hip hop. And the metal people are like, I don't really like that.
I got you. I mean, because we did Rolling not too long ago, the reaction. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, guys. But, I mean, at that time, this dude was on the top of the freaking world, man.
Yeah. I mean, selling millions and millions.
All right, so Creed is number 2 on the list as the most...
Limp Bizkit.
I'm sorry, Creed. Limp Bizkit is number 2 on Odysseys.com.
And I'm sure everybody has guessed who number 1 is.
Listen, if we have been through Korn, we've been through Spin Doctors, Nirvana, Rush, Pearl Jam, Oasis, we've been through Metallica, we've been through Coldplay, Green Day, The Doors.
There's only one name left.
I don't even think we should say it because they know who we're talking about. Let's just not even say the name.
You want me to say it?
Sure, go ahead.
Chad Kroeger. That's his name.
Look
at this photograph.
Dude, the greatest meme now is just, look at this. It's just look at this.
Dude, I've used that plenty of times. Like, when my team will blow out another team, I'll take the score and put it over the
photograph. That's awesome.
And it's like, look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
See, you can't really hate on them that much if again, we were saying, we're not hating at all, but we're still talking about this band in the 2020s. They did something right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jesus,
God,
didn't we cover that? Or no, we talked one. Bring up their hits.
All I know is I think that song we were talking about earlier.
I forgot how it goes now.
God dang it. Dude, come on, bro.
And a hero.
And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. The greatest part of the part is I love that song, dude.
I don't know, man. Into your genre, basically.
How You Remind Me, Far Away, Rockstar, Burn It to the Ground, Photograph, When We Stand Together, Saving Me, If Today Was Your Last Day, Never Gonna Be Alone, Someday, Animal, Something in Your Mouth. Damn. You're talking about Rockstar.
Is it Rockstar? I'm sure they're already putting it in the comments, and we'll see it. But
yeah, we definitely read every comment, man.
Yeah.
No,
but other than that, maybe it's the guy's look. Like, maybe he just irks some people. But then again,
imagine being people. Imagine you just irk people just because of the way you look. That sucks, dude. I can't help how I look, man.
Exactly.
People just don't. Man.
Oh God! But the guy sold so many albums. Like they're still big in other countries. Like maybe they don't do the numbers in America that they used to. They still go play like Argentina. Tone
Loc. Yes. Yeah. So even though I've heard that dude can go to like China or India or China or like South Korea or somewhere like that, and he's selling out. And I'm sure Nickelback does the same thing. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's crazy that I understand Nickelback. I get it. I don't know if I get it, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe them doing other countries like that still to this day and being able to sell out shows you that they don't really have the bias that we do in America, you know?
Oh, you're talking about the overseas.
Any of those artists, like what if Sir Mix-a-Lot, could probably do a club here, but he could probably go to a different country and sell out.
So you're talking about the actual fans in that country,
or they're just not hearing the word passed around school, like we are.
Maybe they just because maybe it's not their native language. Maybe they're just like, hey, I just know this rocks. Maybe.
What if let's think about what if Rammstein didn't sell in Germany?
Dude, I see bands that the language barrier does not matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Exactly,
and I would say I would say all music.
Yeah.
I mean, all music, if there's lyrics in it, again, I said it again, music is a universal language, and Nickelback can probably go to anywhere and perform, man.
Well, David Hasselhoff is still big in Germany. Apparently.
Where the heck made you just want to say that?
You never heard that story?
No.
David Hasselhoff was in Knight Rider, Baywatch and all that. Yeah, so.
Okay.
A ton of fans in Germany.
Okay.
He is uber popular in Germany.
Why?
I don't know.
You know why.
I don't know. Why? Oh, you got an idea?
No, I figured you just didn't want to say it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I've just heard this story many times.
Is this recent?
He is uber popular in Germany. Yes, that story's been passed around for the past decade or more.
Okay. Trash talkers, let us know why David Hasselhoff
why is he so popular in Germany?
Yeah. All right, slow down.
I've actually asked Alex about that, or JJ, or one of the two.
What'd they say?
I don't know. He kind of said maybe it's not as big as you guys think it is.
Yeah, man,
But apparently he does have a ton of fans in Germany. Yeah. Like, he really is popular there, but maybe it's not as big as we made it out to be.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke Dog.
What's up?
Let's get into some OMG
and some WTF.
Absolutely, dog. And we've got two trash talkers that called name and tell us where you're from and tell us a crazy story about where you're from, and you can put it in the email down at the
make a voice clip.
Voice clip, yes.
And
it has to be voice.
Yes, and we will play it on the show and listen to your crazy story.
Yeah. So. Go ahead. I've been Googling so much.
All right, we'll start off with WTF.
Okay.
And this one comes from...
What the Florida, by the way.
What the Florida. This one comes from November 17th of 2020. Okay. Power pole and strapping it to the roof of his car and driving off with it.
What the heck?
He stole the power pole from the side of the street. Put it on top of his car, strapped it down, and drove off with it. You want to now take a guess on what his reasoning would be?
Like the lines.
Yeah, under the big metal ones.
Okay.
Yes.
So he got that loose somehow.
However he got it down.
Put it on his sedan.
Yes.
Drove it home.
Strapped it down and drove off with it.
The reason he did that is because, we're talking about Florida, because he needed to charge his phone. I don't know. What was it?
Stealing a power pole and strapping it to the roof of his car. Mm-hmm. Trooper said, I'm going to leave the name out, he stole the pole from the westbound I-4. Took the pole to a recycling facility. But the plant declined because he didn't have proper documentation.
You dumb... Listen, shout out to all the Floridian trash talkers. Shout out to all y'all.
Yes, again, there are some wonderful people in Florida. Oh, we understand that's not everyone. No, again, there's just a small population in Florida who do some really crazy things.
Let's talk about that for a second. Why do some of the craziest stories happen to come from Florida? What is that about? Is it swamp gas? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe it's such a melting pot of different people because you got to think so many people's retirement that's a vacation spot also.
Right.
So there's going to be a healthy mix of people in Florida.
Right.
And it's a very populated state. So I think at one point in time people started noticing like, hey, there's some crazy stuff coming out of Florida. They started passing these stories around. Then it grew bigger and bigger, and we just keep searching more and more through the stories that come out of Florida, and we find some crazy stuff. It may be happening in all states, but Florida man is a meme.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yes.
Yeah, I mean we're doing OMG, Oh My Georgia, and WTF with the Florida.
Yes, absolutely.
All I know is I don't care if my grandma retired in Florida. She ain't putting no light pole on her car. She ain't doing that.
I hope not.
To take it to, yeah. All right.
You just want to recycle it.
Exactly. All right, so the OMG for today, Oh My Georgia. So Georgia deputies capture monkeys on the loose. And you might have heard about this because this happened May 31st of 2022.
Really?
Yeah, and it's very close to where we live.
I don't think I heard that, did I?
So Georgia deputies capture monkeys on the loose. So in Effingham, the search for 2 missing monkeys, which were quote unquote on the loose in a neighborhood near Savannah for more than a week, is over. You mainly trapped them, the sheriff's office said. So they were found 30 miles northwest of where they were actually held. I'm curious as to...
They got 30 miles away?
Yeah.
Or did somebody take them?
Well,
was this a PETA type story?
Oh, that's crazy you said that, because it says Destiny said the pair of patas, and you said PETAs. I thought you were going to say patas, but no. Deputy said that the pair of patas were captured 30 miles away from their original location. So what's that about?
Maybe it was one of those, but used to go around a lot, especially like in the 90s, where PETA activists, so they would break in and set the monkeys free from like testing facilities. I will say it's like okay. Zoos.
It is legal to own monkeys in Georgia. The little spider finger monkeys.
Oh yeah, that's legal. True. Yes.
But go ahead. And those were the ones that were on the loose. So PETA broke in the house.
Yeah, it could be. They set them free.
30 miles away though, dude.
That's a long distance. That you would think those were in someone's car.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. Let's get into some trash talkers. See.
Let's see what happened in your hometown.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. Shout out to Lucas Lee. Let's see what he's got here.
Hey, this is Lucas Lee coming from Morganfield, Kentucky.
Shout out
Kentucky. I've got a crazy story about the paranormal. I just purchased a new Alex Gray print signed by him, and the other one was in a drywall, but they were 3-inch screws. We were talking about remodeling the house, and myself and 3 of my friends were sitting here, and out of nowhere, the picture fell off the wall.
Oh, wow.
But the only problem with it is, and to this day, still can't explain how a 3-inch screw came out of the drywall, was ripped out and came out of the drywall. Thanks a lot, guys, for being awesome, man. We'll talk to you later.
Off right here.
Yeah.
Damn. There's the picture.
See that.
It's a dope Alex Gray.
Oh, yeah. That's dope. Amazing.
Man, yeah. But no,
so apparently it carried some energy with it.
So, okay, let's take this for...
Okay. This is a drywall screw.
Yeah,
that is meant to anchor into the wall.
You literally have to yank... Okay, do you believe in that stuff though? Like I think there's some energy. Energy is around you. Mm-hmm. It's here. And when it comes, like when we listen to music, sometimes the music is the musicians who make the music. They put their energy into it. That's why you get goosebumps. Mm-hmm. That's why when you look at Gary White's Alex Gray's work, he put time and energy into it. And this guy, he makes some DMT infused art. It is just art, maybe, but I can't explain why that just came off of. Maybe the energy that he put into that particular drawing was.
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for putting energy into something, into an object. Even just creating something into reality, like a tulpa. We've talked about that on a previous podcast a long time ago. When you put enough something, it manifests something somehow. just through the mere hours and hours of thought and energy just put into this. Your brain can do some amazing
things. Like we've
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But it's possible that Lucas, thank you for the crazy story, man, and thank you. We really appreciate it.
Or you got a poltergeist.
Or I was just about to say, or you got a poltergeist.
Yes.
I'd be willing to. So I'd be curious to see like what's the history behind.
Well, believe what you want about if ghosts exist or whatever.
We'll have to do a podcast.
But if it were a ghost thing, you had a poltergeist there. Maybe it wasn't into the psychedelics. Maybe it was an old lady who was like, "This is my house. You ain't hanging that crap on my wall."
Yes, that does sound about right. You ain't bringing that to my house.
Yeah.
Man, do you know my grandma, or this is my aunt actually, my aunt wouldn't let me play like cards because she thought it was the devil's work.
Oh, yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, a lot of old families in the South always had the patriarch or the matriarch that was, everything was the devil.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then look at old Hollywood now with Baphomet shirts and sixes everywhere. Oh man,
she did good work, obviously.
Yeah, I think I turned out all right. Lucas, thank you so much for calling in on our segment of OMG and WTF Trash Talkers. If y'all want to be on the next episode, you'll be on next episode. You got anything else, Wanda?
Did you not have another one? You said we
had
I didn't.
Couple. Only had one, actually.
Oh, okay.
Only had one. Sorry about that.
All right, we'll get to more on the next episode.
Episode.
Larry, Smokey, Ramirez, Cowan.
And we are
over
and
out.
Deuces!